A surreal performance about the dangers of tyranny has taken central stage at the Limelight Theatre in St. Augustine. Here to talk about the play Rhinoceros is the cast, Alberto Peart.
Peart.
Gosh darn it, I tried.
It's okay.
Peart. Alberto
Peart.
Peart. He's the actor playing Berenger, who's the lead character of the play. Alberto, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Collin James, who's the actor playing Berenger's friend, Jean. Welcome, Colin.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And Nicholas Frost, who's the sound designer and the actor playing the authoritarian character, Mr. Papillon.
Hello, yeah.
You've got the mustache for Mr. Papillon,
I
I
do.
gotta
That's
say.
actually, I think, how I got the part. I think that's partially how I got the part
Is
was
it
I showed up with the mustache and like, okay, that's the guy.
That's the guy. So,
So
we should say, Alberto, the plot of this play follows the disintegration of a society, and initially, you're kind of a reprobate. You're kind of a drunk. You're a little bit of a, maybe less of a kind of altogether guy, but all around you, people start to sort of slide into fascism,
Yes,
represented by a rhinoceros.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, Pretty scary, but it is something that we could probably relate to in our everyday lives in different aspects. And it was a journey.
Yeah, it's an interesting production. Colin, the character
Mhm.
that you play is kind of this, upstanding, very organized,
Yeah.
very kind of together character. But you're a little bit bossy, and you kind of prove to be like an ideal candidate for this slide into.
Yeah, well, it's funny because my character in the second act is the first one you watch turn into a rhinoceros. And I think it's, just for my character alone, it's that mentality of, like, wanting to be that high status and wanting that power, and I think that's kinda why my character does that, you know?
Yeah, it's sort of about the temptations of conformity, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And so, I mean, what is it that appeals to you, Nicholas, about this play at this time?
well, I think this play is particularly important, not only because of its anti-fascist message, but because it shows people having conversations that are very familiar that you have, whether they're in person or online, with their justifications of why they are, turning to the other side. There's, oh, I can change that from the inside, or I can't leave my friends, or any number of other things, and these things strike so true to this day to me. So, and just hearing that, like, yeah, it's the same thing, and just be aware of it might
And
help.
this is by a famous playwright, Eugène Ionesco. That is kind of a theater of the absurd, which is a
Mhm.
different kind of experience for an audience. But the message here, is sort of about people, their vulnerabilities to being seduced by tyranny, Alberto. But it really is also kind of about our individual vulnerabilities, the fact that none of us are immune.
Yes. And that we have to listen to our own selves. And sometimes listening to our own selves could be scary, especially when everyone else around you is thinking a different way. But trying to be true to who you are and sticking to your individuality.
Yeah. And why do you think it's a rhinoceros that is the chosen kind of metaphor for somebody who has fallen victim to this ideology or this way of thinking?
You know, a rhinoceros is a beast, and they go at you darting, and sometimes you may not think that they're, well, they're just, who would think that a rhinoceros is
I mean, that's
it,
kind of how the play initially begins, right? It's like, who does believe? Are
yeah,
they
it's just
actually here?
absurd.
And there's kind of this conversation like, well, they're not real. That's not really happening. And then people start to believe that
Yeah.
it's really happening.
It just kind of leaves you breathless.
So how should the audience prepare for a production like this? I mean, as we said, theater of the absurd is sometimes a challenging experience for a theater
Mhm.
goer. Is there something that people should know or kind of be ready for?
I'll be honest, out of all the people I've had come see it, I've told them go in blind. Just know, uh, it's theater of the absurd, it's gonna be a little weird, but just go in blind and watch it and enjoy it.
Yes, experience it.
Yeah.
And there are people that I've talked to that even after seeing the show, they've thought about it, and which it's it's a moment for you
Mhm.
to reflect and at the same time try not to take it so seriously.
One thing that's a little bit different about this production is that the first two scenes are very fast paced and can be sometimes hard for people to track. So, on some level, it needs to be important that you're just kind of getting the sense of what's going on
Mhm.
because there is a certain amount of, as with the reaction of what is going on. This is a rhinoceros in complete chaos,
Yeah.
and if you can get through that and really and still enjoy it, you're definitely going to enjoy the play.
And have fun.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, the Rhinoceros runs through June 15th at the Limelight Theatre in St. Augustine. Alberto Peart,
Peart.
why can't I do it? Peart,
Peart.
Peart, Collin James, Nicholas Frost, thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can
Thank
we
you.
mention that you can get free admission
Oh
if
yeah.
you show up tonight and you use the safe word that we have for production, which is alarm? So if you come to the box office and say, they told me to say alarm, if we have tickets, you can get in free.
Excellent. All right. Well, you heard it here. Get your free tickets.